Alright, we've got 100% win rate in this tank. I haven't played it at all since my previous video, and today we're going to be trying to play for like 3k plus damage games. I want to see how many I can get. I want to try to get some good games, like some carries, and that's what we're going to be trying to do today, so let's get started. I think I'll put boosters on because I'm going to be playing for a while anyways. Let's go for an hour. Normally what I do in World of Tanks is like I can only focus for about 2 hours hardcore, even with coffee, and so what I do is I only play for about an hour, and then I take a break, and then I play for a bit longer, so these things, like this type of personal reserve, is actually really useful because it does give you like a timer to when to stop playing, you know? So this map's rough. Okay, so we're on the map Empire's Border. It's a standard game. My opinion on Empire's Border is that it's really hard to do well in a light tank because the way the map works is there's a bunch of corridors, like there's literally 3 corridors that people fight in, and there's a 4th one here, but like no one goes there. It's shitty. This would be better like if it was higher up and you could actually like didn't have to worry about getting shot from everywhere, but you know, it's pretty cancerous to go into the mid. So what I have to do is I like to go to J2. That's like an initial position on this map, and generally speaking, it's kind of aggressive, but not so aggressive that you'll die right off the bat. And so going there for early damage is generally auspicious, so we'll see how that goes. Now, once again, I don't have my top engine on this vehicle, so it's going to be way slower than most lights that I come up against. In this case, when I go to J2, I need to look for tanks like their AMX 1390s, their T49, and their mediums, their fast meds, because those are going to be problematic for me. So hopefully they get spotted in the north. I'm taking a bit of a risk to come down south, but we'll make sure that we have support supporting us in case we get YOLO'd, and then we'll just try to do our best and hope for the best. So we'll see about that. Now, this is an interesting play because it does give you some information on the south. The way I like to do this is I don't like to expose myself to this line right here. You could definitely get a lot of eyes like that, but generally it's too risky. I find it way too committal if you go over to this side, so I prefer to come up like this, and then I'll just kind of wait. If there's anyone to my right, which there isn't in this case, I'll then drive wide like so, and I'll look for shots, and you can see 2 1390s are spotted, and this is generally kind of where you can clip people. If you're quick about it, you can often reverse before they get a chance to respond. This is where I'm going to get wrecked by a tank destroyer. Okay, so we got a shot off, and that one didn't pen. I went for his commander's hatch. That was about the best shot I could have taken in my opinion. We just can't engage this guy anymore. My job is going to be to kind of act as bait because, you know, there's a bunch of tanks behind me who might support me if this guy YOLOs me. So we're going to chill here. We know that we only have an STB, an ST1, and an E75 with us. So actually, the best thing for me to do is to leave or just kind of keep this guy lit. We'll see if they have more. Yeah, I have to leave. So the reason I want to leave here is because it's like single E75, single ST1, and then they actually have the better position in my opinion on this side. They're going to be above my ST1. So the probability that they win is higher, and so I'm just not going to stick around. I'd rather go fight the north, try to help these guys out, and they're going to need it by the looks of it, because this guy's low HP, and he's the best tank. Yeah. Okay, so what's happened here is we've got a lot of tanks here, and so that's given them the ridge, and that's going to let this Yag Tiger and a Mill die. Once these guys flank, there might be a bit of an opportunity for us to push in, because it's going to bring tanks like the Skoda and maybe the T30 back, if they look at their mini-maps. There you go, Type 61 sees that shit. Okay, I'm going to look for a shot on the Type. No, oh, that's the end of me. Okay, so I made a mistake. The T-30 could have shot me right there, but this is a loss. On this side, at least. All we're doing is running away. There's a bunch of fights that I can't take. I've noticed that this side tends to lose this ridge. Why? I don't know, but it looks like we went to the side that failed, and so we have to fall back, and luckily we're winning the north, so I'd say that the reason like your side would fail in a game like this is because you all went mid. The reason this game might work out is because we actually won the north, so these guys aren't getting shot in the ass. But, you know, it screws over anyone who goes south, so. Okay, so the best thing for them to do right now, like these guys are going to probably push in. That's when I'm going to become useful because I might spot that. If they YOLO the Emil, I can move to help out. If these guys... So the Emil is actually going to spot really quickly if they're pushing in, and they're not. So what you'd expect is... This is clear. Like, we can say that pretty decently. What I'm going to wait for is I'm going to wait for them to push into the Emil, and then I'll basically provide flanking fires. So by sitting here, I create the opportunity for them to kind of flank the Emil, but that's hopefully when we can clip them out and kill them. If they stopped on this corner, there's nothing as a light tank that I can do. I have to get to their sides. So we kind of just have to wait for that. Unless they're taking forever. If they're taking forever, we might be able to push up, right? Like if these guys have gone like so, maybe we could push in and get a shot. But no, you can see Type 61's there. Put a flanking shot. And so I'm going for his track here because I want the Emil to clip this guy out. We definitely don't need gold here. Emil might get one more shot in. Good, we get the kill, and that's the type of play I wanted to make. You know, that's pretty decent. So the T-30 could be anywhere right now. Now, my whole team is kind of in the north, and this AMX has probably gone back. So from my perspective, the best play, like what you'd expect these guys to do, is they're going to have to rush back to base because we're in their base. And so I can actually flank them by coming up the mid, and that way I don't have to like come through this choke point and deal with the T-30. So we're going to give that a try, and we're going to try to keep the team in the game here. We'll see, though. What I might expect to happen is we might either A, cap fast, or B, all die on cap, and so this play might be too slow to actually help out, but you can see the AMX went back to base, and presumably these guys are going back to base as well, so we can get behind them, and that's when we should be able to help. Like, hopefully that's when our play, like, oh my god. Okay, well this guy's an autoloader heavy, so there's literally nothing I can do against him except run. And I think I still want to go after the Leo and the E75. So this guy's clearly looking at me, right? He's probably going to come back. So what I'm going to do is this game might be close. Why isn't this guy going back to base either? Okay. It's weird, but I'm going to try to climb here. That should give me side shots on the Emil, and I should be able to outspot him if he's an A4. And it kind of puts me in some... There you go, see? Running away like this was definitely the right thing, because this asshole can't chase me down. Now, if he's driving in the open, I know he's got really bad gun handling. I'm just going to load gold and put a shot into him while I'm kind of hauled down right here. And if he shoots and misses, that's just good for me. And really, you can see he's camp... Fuck. I'm still spotted. Let's see if he's... he must be blind firing. He's moving, so we can get another shot off right here. Okay. We'll have to get a couple more. This one's been rough. Okay. I don't think he'll spot me here. I think I spotted him. Good, we'll get safe, because if I were him, I'd blind fire that location. He's probably loaded by now. Yeah, there you go. See, he's blind firing. We know he's about here. But he's probably like he's fixed his tracks. So we'll get one more shot. That one bounces, so we're pretty dead. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we're live. Now we have to try to get a couple more shots of damage in this situation. We've got the Emil right here, who's a one-shot. I don't feel comfortable pushing the Emil because he knows I'm kind of like in this area. What I'd rather do is I'd rather go try to catch out someone like the E75 who's... Oh. There we go, kill the 1390. So what the Emil sees right now is that I'm coming around like so. So what I can do is I can stop here and I can maybe go like push the Emil like this, and he might be trying to like chase me down, right? So he might have turned around to try to kill me over here, and so maybe I can get behind him. We're playing mind games. Hopefully he's bright enough for it to work. Let's see. This is a bit risky because the E75 in the middle ridge might have a shot on me here, but we'll see if that works. There you go. See, he was camping me prepared from that direction. That's why I came the other way. So I'm going to get unspotted, and we're going to have to carry the rest of the game from over here if I can. Because I feel like they'll want to get on our cap, and if I can... Hopefully our camo holds up. I expect there to be a tank where the E75 is less spotted. It may not literally be the E75, but... Oh my god. There's no way. Like, I'm a one-shot. I lost too much HP to that Emil. I think what I have to do is I just have to try to get as much XP as I can. And I would expect the Leo to be coming from my left. So that's why I have my gun to the left and was looking to the right. It's like if the Leo was to my left, I would have seen it on the map. Because when I look to the right, I can also watch the map with my peripheral vision, if that makes sense. So, okay. Let's see what's coming up here. Nothing. Wow. Okay, so from here, what I'd want to do is I'd want to see if I can get a sneaky shot into the back of the E75, because clearly nothing's coming over from this angle. Maybe the E75's over here. The E75 is going to be driving through, so it's kind of weird. There's nothing here, you know, by the looks of it. There's nothing on this road, and so probably the next enemy will come up in this area, and so I'm just going to have to try to get damage over there, like 1, 2, maybe even 3 shots, because 3 more shots of damage would actually be solid. And so there's a couple ways of doing this. You can hold an angle in this type of context and try to track people as they drive around them. And I think that might be... I'm being too aggressive here, I think. Nothing's here. I just wanted to kind of understand where people are, and at least we're not being flanked. E75 is probably here by now. So I'm just looking for shots. Where are they? Okay, so I'm surprised they're not on cap. If I was the E75, I'd be driving to cap over here after checking this A7 out, right? Because that's kind of where the E75 might expect me to be. He's probably not chasing me down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double check this, because there might be a tank coming up here, like the 704 or something super slow. There you go, something super slow is indeed here. Put a shot into it. And what I have to do is I have to kill this guy here. So hopefully we can make it work. He's moving, right? So take that shot. There's the 75. So not doing at all what I expected. I need to switch to AP because I'm probably getting flanked by the Leo. You know, that's what I'd expect. And so what I'm doing is I'm staying here. I want to get unspotted. And then I'm going to leave from a weird route. Probably this is the safest, actually. I would have gone like this if I thought the Leo was good, because the Leo should come from over here. I feel like that'd be smarter. But I feel like the Leo might be just driving. If he was in the south, he might just drive across this side. So taking that gamble, and I was wrong. That's me dead. Did he miss? He might have. I think he's got me. No? Okay. Okay, so I got really lucky there that the Leo's dead. The 704 is probably over here waiting, so what I have to do is I have to get unspotted, and I have to charge into the 704, because there's no way I'm going to beat the E75 if in this corridor right here. So I hope I'm unspotted by now. I wasn't counting to 10 seconds, but we'll see. 704 is probably on this corner, but I haven't spotted him, so I'm not sure. And the E75 is probably chasing from behind. So I think what I have to do from here is I have to try to... I don't know, man. We don't know. There he is. Okay, that makes things a bit easier. The problem is for me to, like... So I just thought if I drove like this and got behind the 704, I would have the E75 here shooting at me. So, like, it could work, but it's not going to work in this context because of where the E75 is. The problem here is that they have so much HP that, like, you know, I can get lucky against something like the Leo PTA, who's a two-shot, and, like, he just missed me. So I have, you know, like, I can get lucky, but there's no way I'm going to get lucky against the 704 and the E75 if the E75 has 1500 HP and the 704 has, like, 1100. So I think what my best play is to keep kind of playing slowly and try to draw this game out, because what I can do is they don't know I'm here at all, and they have time to cap out. Like, they actually have a lot of time, so maybe what I can do is I can sit in a position at D1 and kind of hope that they cap out. I kind of wanted to see if I could, like, poke here, get a cheeky shot into the 704 and leave, but the thing is, if I did that, they would have knowledge of where I was. They know I'm in the south. Right now, they don't know. I could be here for all they know, but if I got spotted, like, they would know for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post up in a shitty TD position, and we're going to wait for them to get on cap. And we're just going to go for a draw here, because, you know, the amount of HP they have is ridiculous. Okay, if they cap out, where will they sit? See, the problem here is, like, I'm waiting for them to cap, and we know they're probably going to have to cap at some point if they want to win this game. And the question is, how do you go about resetting this cap? Well, the problem is there's a building right here, and so if I had more time, I should have driven over these buildings at the start of the game, because that would have made it easier to reset the base. But I think what might have to happen is I can knock over some trees here, and that might give me a different angle. There you go, E75. I'm not spotted, right? So here, bushes are solid, but these are never really going to pen. So I took that shot there because it was into his engine. I might have gotten lucky and set him on fire. I knew I wasn't really going to get spotted, and so that's why I took that shot. Now, from my perspective, it looks like he's pushing me. How much time do I have? He's capping. So regardless, the 75 now knew where I was, and so I have to change the angle anyways, and what I can do is I can pop up here and just try to get the reset like that. The problem here is if the 704 gets on cap like now, I might not have time because I'd have like 30 seconds. So 704 must be driving to cap. That's what I'd expect. Like, why not put 2 on cap? There you go, 30 seconds. And so what I have to do is I have to reset the E75 with gold, and so I have to flank him in this case because my AP won't pen his front at all. And this is going to have to be the angle we take. 20 seconds. I might get capped out here. Okay. What a misplay. Like, I knew the 704 was going to get on cap, but this cap's really hard to reset. God damn it. The timing. It's a couple seconds too late. Honestly, though, it does happen. Get one more shot of damage, so that's the game. But, you know, that was 5 kills, 3,500 damage. All the damage was done end game. So you can see, like, the plays I made. So one thing to understand is, like, if you're in a mobile tank, your strength is movement. And so if you're ever, like, if you're going to a flank that's failing, like in that game, you want to fall back. Like, you're not going to try to out-brawl people in something like a WZ. Like, if I tried to out-brawl the T30, it wouldn't have worked. And you'll notice I made a mistake towards the end that often would have costed me, like pushing into that T30. Remember when I was in the open and the T30 could have shot me? That was a mistake, and I actually didn't have to make that. So I was being too aggressive anyways, and you can see, despite the fact, like, if I had just AFK'd after realizing we'd lost our flank, which would have been the better play, it would have been the more patient play, I would have had the same result, because I would have had the exact same amount of HP. Like, pushing into that T30 mid-game, which is what I tried to do, almost certainly would have made this like a 1,000 damage game. So I got lucky there, but I demonstrated what can happen if you just don't take hits mid-game after your side is lost. So, you know, 3,500 damage, 5 kills. The Wz120 did fantastic with 4,000 damage. And so did the 263, actually. That was the guy sniping behind me. The T30 on their team did 4K. Honestly, their positioning was often just better than ours, especially towards the beginning and mid-game. And so that's why tanks like the 75 was full HP. So, you know, that game, it is what it is. We lost, but we did bring it a lot closer than it could have been. I'm really happy with the XP that I got. And I actually think I'm going to go... This video is done. I'm going to record some more. So I hope you enjoyed this game. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. And I hope to see you around. Later, guys. Bye-bye.